Hello everybody! Welcome to Ethan Time Gaming, and today we're going to be playing Plants vs. Zombies Neighborhood Defense. Now, this is mostly for people on the Chris Devlog server, and I have beaten everything in the adventure mode, but I feel it a little bit redundant to go back and play through the entirety of the adventure mode, because there's a lot of videos out there already doing that, and as people on the Discord server pointed out, it would be best for me to just do something more, original, something that people haven't done before. So I was just playing around and I was like, hey, I realized no one's really been doing survival endless, and I totally have, as you can see here. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what the high level of survival endless is, and let's see if we can get a few flags cleared. My goal is to get about 25 flags. Now, I will say right now that I'm a little under the weather, a little sick, and I might sound a little off because of that, or sneeze, or sniffle, or whatever comes with being sick. So my first tip is, I'm going to go ahead and give tips along the way as well. My first tip is definitely going to be, if you see football zombies or full vultures, just reset the zombies. It's that simple. Oh hey, that's nice. We are actually, okay, so for the past 18 flags, I have not been getting any skeleton zombies, and now we're starting to get those, so that's nice, because those are preferable to some other zombies. Let's see though if we can get only 2 special zombies. You can do, it's just a lot more difficult, or at the very least not having a football zombie, because the football zombies screw with everything. No, definitely not this one. I'm gonna go ahead and speed through this. Okay, there we go. Now we have what I would say is the best setup zombies-wise. Having a torch zombie, having a necromancer or cultist zombie, and that's the best you can do, really. You're forced to always have a statue zombie, a few pocket heads, and a few screen doors shield zombies. So now for what you pick, and I'm just going to start off with the strategy that's been working out pretty well for me, and that is, I'll just pick them all out so you can see in a moment. This setup here, our sun production is going to mainly be the sun shroom. We're going to have the potato mine to deal with the bucket heads as best as we can, as well as the hordes of zombies, as well as our early game. That's why potato mine is one of the best plants in the game. They have so many uses in the early and the late game that they just become vital to the success of basically any setup. Then we're obviously going to have Grave Buster, not just because it removes graves that are too close to where you want to put your defenses, but also because of the explosion gravestones. They act as a mini cherry bomb, or well, a full cherry bomb, I should say, but cheaper and less frequent. You don't get to choose where to place it, you only choose when it explodes. And if you're destroying it with the fume shroom too much, then you don't choose when it explodes. But then it also damages your plants, but that's just the explosion gravestone. Anyway, then we have Sunbloom for emergency sun production, as well as just to get you started with sun at the very beginning of the game, because otherwise you're going to struggle with sun through the middle of the game, and if you're struggling with sun in the middle, then you've already lost. Then we have Cherry Bomb, who is, of course, Cherry Bomb. Who doesn't know what Cherry Bomb is? We have Ice Stream, which I found to actually been very effective in slowing down the zombies enough for me to get out more fume shrooms or cherry bombs. Cuts out the torches of the torch zombies, so if there's like 7 of them, as the you'll see a little bit later how the zombies spawn in endless mode and how that makes it a lot more difficult. And then of course the attacking plant of choice is always going to be Fume Shroom in the night levels. If you are not taking Fume Shroom in the night levels, you have lost immediately, because they spawn so many more screen door zombies than before. Now, I guess you could technically argue bringing Bowling Bulb would work, and I think that is what I did last time. It's just very, very difficult to have him work, what with statue zombies coming in, blocking lanes, graves appearing everywhere so you can't kill the cultists and the torch zombies in time. And while they handled the bucket heads and the screen doors fairly effectively, they are still weak to swarms of zombies if you don't get lucky and get the explosion, and especially swarms of zombies in endless mode, because swarms in endless mode are horrible. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I always like to put my sun producers 2 lanes in front of the back so that we have a rear reserve of attacking plants, per se. Otherwise, you end up with your attacking plants being eviscerated by your explosion gravestones, your cultist zombies, torch zombies, random graves appearing everywhere because, spoiler warning, graves will appear everywhere. In endless mode, I think I got this confirmed by Chris. You can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but there is a grid of places that a grave can spawn, and at least when I was playing through endless mode, it seems to increase the further in you go. So, anyway, I know this is gonna be a little boring to start, but you'll see as we get to this 3rd set of zombies. So these are the first 2 sets of zombies. In every endless playthrough, it'll be the exact same way, and then you get to the 3rd set of zombies. I'll just let you see the 3rd set of zombies for yourself. If this thing pops out in time, it sure as heck didn't. We're gonna place this here, and then we're gonna use this sunshroom to stall. We're gonna use this to not explode the gravestone, and then we're gonna start killing these with fume shroom. Okay, hopefully I placed that in time, otherwise I'm screwed. And we just lose outright. Okay. So now we're just gonna, unfortunately we're gonna lose our sunshroom here, so we're not gonna get that up to max. I'm gonna... Yeah, we'll do this, and one of these, oh frick, I forgot to put a stalling plant up here so that they stack. So, the reason that I have that there, oh, they're not all stacked, oh, that is very bad. We're gonna have this here. Okay, this is why you gotta save up the, ice shroom, otherwise this happens. Also, look at how many statue zombies there are! We're gonna go ahead and clear that out. Now, I noticed we have a bucket head in the top and the bottom lanes, so we're gonna go ahead and place this down. And we actually have a solution to this one in the top lane. That is amazingly good luck. Unfortunately, we do lose out on our 2nd explosion gravestone, but it'll be fine. So long as this guy doesn't trigger it early, we'll be good. Great. We're now set. I don't think torch zombies will be an issue anymore. Normally it's the first round of them that is an issue, and then the 2nd and the 3rd and whatnot are a lot easier. So we're gonna go ahead and actually we're gonna explode this lane, because we actually have gotten very lucky again and gotten an explosion gravestone right here. We're gonna pop it because that is an amazing time to pop an explosion gravestone like that. I'm actually unfortunately gonna remove this. It's just not in the right position. I need it right here, and then we have to just fingers crossed that they don't end up putting a gravestone exactly in that spot, otherwise we just immediately lose out on our much needed explosion. Now you will see we are really struggling with sun. We're gonna go ahead and freeze the zombies here, and I will use my Gravebuster for a little bit more sun. We're gonna need this here, and we've lost, basically. We got really unlucky with a statue spawn, and now this, we have to use this here. We're gonna use it here. We have to use that to deal with the cultists, but now the, Buckethead zombies just get through for free. And see, we got lucky enough, again, to get another explosion gravestone. And now it's There's no point, honestly. We could probably end it here because, oh brother, that is not gonna work. Unless we can get another freeze, which I don't think... I'm not seeing a freeze anywhere in the foreseeable future. Have to place this here just to survive the next set of bucket heads. We did get a freeze off, so we might be able to clutch it. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. This is a very close game. Ah, no, that's game. Because we don't have the sun for the explosion, and they are slightly ahead of where they need to be. And the cultist zombies come in and ruin everything. Now, you could say, Ethan, it's the final wave. You have enough sun to deal with... Oh, never mind. Well, nonetheless, you could still make that argument and say just let the lawnmowers do everything. In Endless Mode, your lawnmowers don't save between levels, so losing a lawnmower means that you're stuck with not having that lawnmower for the rest of the game. And once you've lost your lawnmower, then you're in grave trouble, because there are a lot harder levels to come. That's just Endless Mode for you. So, I make it my duty to never lose a lawnmower. If I lose a lawnmower, I have lost the level, and I'm going to redo it at all costs. Now, how do you redo it exactly? Because you've already played through the level, and if you look at the selection screen, there is no exit option. Well, my good friend, there's a little thing called exiting the game. And if you force crash the game through Task Manager or some other mean, like if it's on mobile, I bet you could swipe out of it and close the game, then you're left with the game again. And you just pop back in, and it'll remove one flag from you, but the game still knows that you have done 19, and this will be your 20th flag that you're about to do. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and speed through getting the ideal zombies, and we'll get started on the next round. Well, that was fast. Okay. This time, I'm gonna go ahead and try the bowling bulb strategy. Still always bring Sunshroom, we still always bring Potato Mine. Those are just critical. We still are gonna bring Gravebuster, and we definitely need Gold Bloom for this strategy. Then we're gonna go ahead, place in our Bowling Bulb, our Cherry Bomb. This one always makes it in, basically. If you don't bring in a Cherry Bomb or an Insta of some sort, then you're gonna get overwhelmed by the zombies. But now, the last plant is the big question, because it's not going to be something like Garlic Drone or Repeater or any other attacking plant. You're not going to have the sun for that, especially not at night. It's almost always going to be either a wall plant like Explodonut or Walnut, or it's going to be an Insta like Ice Room. Just which one is best in this situation is the question. I'm gonna say Explodonut, and here's why. Explodonut acts as a second, more expensive Cherry Bomb, specifically against this setup of zombies. Because it's coded, when it gets killed in any way, it explodes. It didn't used to do that. If it got, like, hit by a gravestone or a cultist zombie, it would not explode, and it ended up just being a useless waste of 200 sun. But thank goodness Chris Devlog fixed it, and it now explodes when anything kills it, and that includes burning. Now, when it burns, it'll kill the torch zombie and everything nearby. And if a huge wave of zombies is approaching, and there's too many bucket heads for your defenses to deal with, or cultist zombies, or anything whatsoever, you can send in a Explodonut as a sacrifice right in front of a torch zombie, and it'll act as a Cherry Bomb for you. And it is a little bit more expensive, but if you're doing it right, then you'll have a lot more sun than in the other strategy. Now for this one, you're only going to want to have about one row of bowling bulbs, so I would just put your sun producers one ahead. This will give you a lane for your bowling bulbs where it won't get attacked by gravestones, and is far enough back from the zombies that they're not going to very easily eat it. Now, you may be wondering, how do I know where to put my plants? And there's a handy-dandy little sheet, which I will put a link to in the comments, but it shows you where all of the grave spawn locations are, actually. These first 3 lanes are completely clear. You can put anything anywhere in them, and they will not get overwritten. The lanes after that, though, the 4th lane is technically not free. This is the only tile in the 4th lane that actually has anything on it, but otherwise, everything has stuff on it. Now, we got extremely lucky, because it is not a guarantee that you will get a ton of zombies on your 3rd set of zombies, I'll call them. Sometimes you can get like that. This was 5 zombies. Normally it's matching the wave number, or the amount of waves you've completed. But in this case, it actually... Oh, we got an ice. Darn, didn't hit anything useful. Gonna get that down, and I really should not have used that. I should have used an explosion here. And tiny mistakes like that are all it takes for you to get screwed over. So I'm gonna start having the Explodonut get eaten here. We're gonna put this here. And we're gonna just keep up with the sun production. And we're gonna hope that this explodes, kills both of these at the same time. Now that is up to anyone. We did get it. That is very good for us. Now, we are a bit in trouble for this top lane, so I'm just gonna cherry bomb it and hope for the best. Got a statue zombie there, so I can't do anything. Amazing. We are in trouble now because of this stupid gravestone that just spawned in. We would have been fine if not for that gravestone. Now our bowling bulb shot was wasted, and all kinds of heck is breaking loose. Because those are not stacked, so we're gonna have to waste that, and we lose our lawnmower, unfortunately. Because this can't be stalled by any means. That's the disadvantage to bringing... That's the disadvantage there to bringing... Oh, darn it, I missed a coin. There's a coin behind the shovel icon. That's the disadvantage to bringing in... Explodonut instead of Ice Shroom. You can't stall those early torch zombies before you have your defenses fully set up. And that ends up getting you killed pretty much every time, so... I have to be very careful when making that decision. Right now, I'm trying to decide whether or not I want these zombies. Because while Football Zombie is almost an automatic death sentence whenever playing with him, I should show you why, as well as the fact that if you have enough heavy damage, it's good. So if we go, you know what, I'll try it. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up our good pals here, that we are pretty much always gonna bring in simply because of how good they are. And I think we are going to need Explodonut for this guy specifically, because they have more health than a Buckethead, and they move like twice as fast or something like that, and it is a pain to deal with. So you need an Explodonut, especially to deal if you get like 3 of these in the same lane. The real tricky thing is, about halfway through the level, it's going to send in about 7 to 8 of them all at once, and you're going to need your defenses up by then. So it's going to be very difficult. But I'm going to show you why I hate those guys, specifically. They are, by far, the hardest zombie in the game for endless mode. I'm gonna actually place my bowling bulbs a little bit earlier this time, so that it has the recharge a little bit sooner. That way we can get out our defenses a little bit earlier, and overall, hopefully be in a good position before the first football zombies start showing up. Well, that's not good. We want these guys to all be grouped up for my potato mine I placed down here, so that's not very good. Fortunately. We're gonna prioritize, I think, the screen door zombies over the Coned zombies because we have a lot of means of dealing with them. Probably shouldn't have placed that there because I just realized I'm not gonna have enough time to stall. So I guess it's just ending up being the stall tactic here. Now this is when we're gonna explode this. And that'll clear out all of those zombies from that wave. Now, if our bowling bulb pal could be a real buddy chum pal, he'll throw something special? No. Okay, so we're gonna have to place that there, otherwise we're screwed. There's 3 Coneheads there, and it unfortunately is not gonna kill them in time. We really wanted to keep our big mushroom, otherwise you lose out on your sun production a lot sooner than you're gonna want to. And we got unlucky again up there by not getting the kill. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Made up for it. We're gonna have to kill these guys because they move so much faster than the normal zombie. And that we just can't keep up with it. Now, we're getting really, really lucky, actually. That's not a lot of zombies to send. And we got an amazing explosion gravestone in the perfect location. Oh my gosh. This could be it. This could be it. This could be the run. That'd be great to show you guys a successful run as the 3rd attempt in my video. Oh, but here comes the reason why we're probably gonna fail. The thing that Endless Mode tests the most is your quick decision making. We're going to junk our potato mine on the... Actually, we'll see. Fingers crossed the potato mine comes up in time, because these guys move so fast it oftentimes doesn't have time to arm. And if it doesn't... Oh, it did. It actually did. Let's go. That is amazing for us. Now we have the sun to do pretty much anything we want. We have this explosion gravestone, which is going to deal with those zombies that were getting close to us. We're about to have our fourth guy here. I'm going to go ahead and just explode these, because I don't feel like dealing with them today. I probably should have put that in the other lane, but whatever. I'm going to start stalling this guy here with the Explodonut, because I don't think they're going to send in the next wave of football zombies quite yet. I need to explode this before... Oh, well, apparently I should have waited, because they just are so forgiving today, the RNGs. RNG's gods. Oh, and you just sent it in a... Really epic, okay. I don't know. This luck is a little bit insane. This is some crazy luck, man. This has been some insane luck today. I have no clue what's going on. Okay, good. Got one in this lane, which I'm just gonna deal with that, I think. In fact, we can probably just do this. Now, hopefully the top lane will be fine. Normally one of these is enough, especially with a little bit of stalling. But we are losing a lot of our best sun production here, so... One more hit from the bowling bulb, and it'll be all good. We're gonna go put our next bowling bulb in that lane there, because that has a gravestone. Here we go. Unfortunately, we got a normal zombie out of that grave, so that's annoying. And these do spawn zombies, hold on. Yeah, I need to conserve my, my explosion here. We're gonna put it right here, and it's going to kill all of the important guys all at once. Unfortunately, we do lose one of our newly placed guy there, so that's a little unfortunate, but we do take the victory. There is no way of losing right now, because this guy should shoot it in time to stop this guy. Yeah, there we go. And even throw a freeze just to make it all better. And that is some absurd luck. I can't tell you how lucky that is. That's the kind of run that you're hoping for, that you would grind for a really long time. That's how lucky it was. Now, we're actually not going to break these gravestones. They'll stay up for the next level, and that means that we get sun earlier for the next level. Simply by destroying them, or, like, if you need to, you can use a cherry bomb on it or something. But now, the strategy entirely shifts for the day, because now you have access to my boy, Twin Sunflower, by far the best sun producer in the game. Changed my mind. Since we don't need to wake it up anymore, we don't need to waste a slot on Coffee Bean and increasing its cost by 50, which would automatically end up losing the game for you in night. So we don't have to deal with that anymore. So we're gonna go ahead and we're obviously gonna take Gold Bloom. You have to take Gold Bloom, especially when you're running Twin Sunflower. There are a few times that you don't want to take Gold Bloom, and that's if you're running something like Scaredy Shrooms. Because Scaredy Shrooms are really cheap to place down, and you don't need a lot of sun for that. If you're running Scaredy Shrooms for your late and mid game, then you don't need to bring Gold Bloom, because you're going to have your sun production up for the late game, and your heavier hitting plants like Fume Shroom or Bowling Bulb, and you're, don't need all that sun early game, because you've got Scaredy Shroom, which is cheap. Anyway, I'm gonna go with the Bowling Bulb strategy. I love to go Bowling Bulb when it's day. It makes it nice and easy. But it's still tricky. Oh, I should probably change out the zombies. Hold on, I'll be back. Interesting. There was a grave that spawned right there, but it didn't spawn in the redo. It must not have fully saved as spawning. Now, I could just lose this to show you why Pole Vaulter is really annoying as well. And you know what? For educational purposes, I'll show you it. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that. Wait, what am I doing? I'm still in the mindset from night, because you get 2 levels of night. You get 1 level of day, 1 level of sunset, and then 2 levels of night. So, you gotta keep that in mind whenever you're picking your plants. And, you know, deciding if you want to sacrifice lawnmowers or anything. Now, because you don't need to take the Gravebuster in day mode, you can actually bring in a 3rd plant of your choice. Sometimes it's Snow Pea, especially to stall these guys. Sometimes it's going to be Ice Shroom, but then you need Coffee Bean, so it ends up not getting used basically ever. Sometimes it could even be Peanut just for the extra stalling, or Walnut for the for that extra stalling. I don't really know what I want to bring though. I might consider bringing more sun production, because you can use that to stall the football zombies, and you can use that to stop the Pole Vultures from jumping over it, but I think I'll just stick with the Walnut for now. Now, for this, I like to put 1 set of twin sunflowers in the back of the row, because these guys are a lot more fragile than your normal sunflowers or sunshrooms. If you don't put them in the back, then they have a chance of getting eaten by a football zombie or something, and then you run out of your sun production, your steam is completely gone. And when you're running as many high-cost items as this, or high-cost plants, I should say, as this strategy, you need your sun production to be solid. So having a solid line of twin sunflowers in the back is amazing. Putting them out in front to stall zombies that are threatening to, like, hurt you, that is a completely a valid thing to do there, too. I don't know what to do here. See, these zombies are slightly offset in such a way that they are not both going to get exploded by that. So I'll go ahead and kill one of them. This will kill one of them, the other one will get killed by the potato mine. Because these graves are in the way. If they weren't in the way, then we could have technically done it a little bit earlier. Now, another thing that's nice about Day, you don't have to worry about gravestones. So you can just plop this somewhere as the moment that it's ready, and you are doing a great job. You are not wasting your time. I'm going to do it here is what I think. Get all of that sun while I'm at it. Start placing our backup row, and I'm going to save this, actually. Because there's another cool thing that you can do with Gold Bloom that makes it more viable. You just place it right in front, and boom. The zombies are all stacked. They're going to die to this potato mine. Amazing use of it. Because that's an amazing secondary use of something. If you can just get sun out of it, that's one thing. But if you can also get zombies killed, then you're using it correctly. We're going to put this here so it kills the... When it explodes, I should say. It'll kill the gravestone. And hopefully it will explode. There's a ton of zombies there. So I'm hoping, yep, great. We're doing amazing. Now, these guys are once again not synced. This time, though, I'm going to place a walnut, because I don't have any other good options. And what do you know? Here come the things to ruin your day. You want as many things to stall them as long as you can. Otherwise, you are in trouble. So now I'm going to go... Yeah, I'm just going to have to explode them. It's really sad, but they will ruin your defenses otherwise. Unfortunately, it does look like we have lost the top row. I don't think there's any way we're getting it back either. Because we need this for these guys, and here comes the next set of pole vaulting zombies. Ruin my day again. You just can't get your defenses out in time, is the issue. It's all here. Do this. Destroy this, do this. But then we're just left out of options for that pole vaulting zombie. Not to mention the fact that our defenses were totally blundered anyway. Look at that. And that was just because they sent 4 pole vaulting zombies. 4 pole vaulting zombies was enough to screw me over, and I can't really react to that. I just don't have the amount of plants. They all have if you have a solid line of twin sunflowers in the front, then they'll jump over that, and if you have, like, a little bit of space, then they can get killed by the, bowling bulbs. But what's annoying is they have the health of a conehead, or a box zombie. They take 2 shots from the, bowling bulb. So, it's basically impossible to, just give them 1 tile of space. It requires 3-ish tiles of space to kill them if they're not running at you with a pole. If they are, then too bad anyway, because it's not gonna work. If you have all of your defenses up, like you have 2 bowling bulbs, then you can technically deal with it, but otherwise, then there's basically no way. And they send them in en masse later. That's just the early set of them. They can send up to, I think I've had 11 all at once. And that is zombies moving twice as fast as your normal zombies, health slightly more than a normal zombie, and jumps over one of your plants. It's so impossible to deal with them. If not for the fact that they are a lot weaker than the football zombies, they would be rated a little bit harder than them. But since football zombies throw a football, which means that they can destroy your potato mines instantly, or your something that got attacked earlier, then, or even if it sends like 11 football zombies, it can ruin your defenses because all the footballs can hit the same thing and kill it. I've had that happen where I'm chilling in night mode, I've got a mediocre defense set up, and they'll send 11 footballs all onto my bowling bulb, basically ending my run there because you need your bowling bulb to stay alive, especially for a bowling bulb strategy. Okay, here we are. Even in day mode, I think that this set of zombies is ideal because Torch is fairly easy to deal with if you have Snoopy, which I think I'll bring this time. And Cultist Zombie, once again, is weak to Explodonut and Cherry Bomb, and if you have a Cherry Bomb in this lane and an Explodonut in this lane, then you're good to go. The Cultists will end up hitting the Explodonut so long as they placed it in the right area, and they'll end up getting themselves killed. Now, what is the right area? Hopefully I'll have the chance to show you. Now, you may be wondering, why didn't I just grab Goldblum? And it's just a little knowing myself kind of thing. Because I know that I'm going to try and grab the Goldblum, and then I'm going to grab the Potato Mine, and the Potato Mine's going to be on cooldown, and then I'll be like, oh, I missed the Goldblum, let me try again. But if you instead had something like Bowling Bulb, a higher value plant, directly above it for some reason, I always seem to grab slightly above where I want to grab. So then I would end up grabbing the Bowling Bulb, placing it like somewhere random in the field, and then that's just a loss. There's no way you could recuperate from losing 275 sun, missing out on your chance to place another part of your defense, and all kinds of issues. The Bowling Bulb, even if you defend it, it'll just die to the statue zombies once they show up. So, gotta be very careful with that. Now, speaking of statue zombies, that is one of the greatest weaknesses to, or one of the greatest, like, counters to Snoopy, because you can't, obviously you can't shoot through them, and they just spawn so many of them that it is very difficult to keep up. So I'm gonna, once again, go with the knowing myself thing and put the Snoopy here, so that if I do grab it, then I lose something less valuable. And we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna try and remember to do the Sunbloom first before the Twin Sunflower, because then it's about the same time that you get your Goldblum out, which is a little bit higher value, as a higher spontaneous sun production. And for this one, though, you're gonna want to have your Snoopies in the back as well, because they're really good at stalling, and you want to put your stalling plants in the back, because zombies will take longer to get there, and the longer it takes zombies to get to your stalling plants, the longer they live, etc., etc. So if you put them in front of your Bowling Bulb, then you will have a longer chance for your Bowling Bulb to kill them. I'm going to go ahead and just start placing my Potato Mines willy-nilly, and hopefully it'll end up working well for the third set of zombies. We'll see, though. We'll see. Now, the Bowling Bulb should be able to hit them both at once because of how they're stacked and everything, and Snoopy should finish them off. Now, let's see if we need to do anything. The top lane is good. They're ever so slightly good, but the bottom lane isn't. So we're going to do this. Then we're going to explode the middle lane. You'll just not have to worry about those zombies. Put this here, because it's just generally a good place to put it. You want to put them generally in the middle, because they'll go up or down, and just having them in the middle means that they're more likely to be useful. Place another one of these, and we're going to hope a statue zombie doesn't ruin it. Looks like we don't got any zombies in the center. That's rare. We're gonna put that there. We're gonna put this here. And that should be enough defense-wise, because this Ice P will once again slow him down. And we have got our time up here for this. That's why Ice P is so good here. We've gotten lucky. We haven't gotten any statue zombies to show up. If statue zombies were showing up, they'd be ruining our defenses by destroying our, I forgot the word. Destroying our potato mines before they're ready. Now we have our Ice Peas in every single lane, but I'm most worried about this center and this top lane, because those lanes are, here, I'm gonna do this here because it's gonna get rid of the bucket heads, which are a pain to deal with. How do I want to do this? I might want to do a second Ice Pea here, actually. Maybe. Nah, let's do this. That'll be fine. Okay, got lucky there. We're gonna put this here. Get this here for obvious reasons. There's cultist zombies, can't be letting those run havoc, run amok. And I think I'm gonna place this as bait. Now, what I mean by placing something as bait is the fact that it's gonna get targeted by the cultist zombies because I placed it so far forward. Now, fingers crossed, yep, good. The bowling ball went downwards, which means that the cultist zombies got killed. Now, we got more cultist zombies up here, as well as a bucket head, which is frustrating. The bucket heads end up acting as, like, shields for your, for the torch zombies afterward. We're gonna put this here, and it'll always target what it is eating. So it's just gonna explode itself. Kaboom. Now, it does leave a gravestone there, but it'll be fine. Okay, now that we have our solid... Now we have a solid game right here. We might win this. We are almost to the next flag. We have all of our defenses good. And what I'm gonna do next, I don't know if you want to do the same. It's all up to you. I'm gonna place this as bait. Oh, I placed it a little early. Hopefully they'll hit it before too late. Oh, but these guys sure aren't. Yeah, that one hit the potato mine instead. They were off sync. How unfortunate. We're gonna place this here. We're gonna remove that, do that, and we're gonna put this here. And we're gonna hope that these guys get in range. They are in range, thank goodness. Now, unfortunately, there is a giant gravestone in the way, and there are a little bit of issues. We're gonna put that in as bait this time. And they still didn't all hit it. What a shocker. Now this is when it's gonna get real tricky, because here comes the last wave of the zombies, and we have our defenses breached. We have too many gravestones in the front there that we can't do anything, and the screen door zombies are stopping our stall, so we are in trouble. But we have as much sun as we need, so now we're just gonna stall. We're gonna stall so the zombies will all be in the same-ish area. We're gonna explode here. We're going to, I think we'll put this here because it doesn't have any more defenses. This here. And we were getting pretty lucky with the random things thrown, so that's good. We're gonna need this here, I think. And hopefully this Explodonut will come in clutch. Looks like it. Oh my gosh! Oh, that is clutch! Oh, that is so clutch! It threw an explosion just in time. Oh my gosh! Are you kidding me? Only 2 attempts. Oh wait! Oh no! It's not over yet. It's not over yet. If they throw, I think we'll be fine. Yeah. We've got our explosions. Now we just have to hope they don't keep throwing gravestones because we would like to have none in that area. Let's go! Wow, what a productive episode. That's crazy. Normally I'll spend hours trying to grind out attempts, and we actually got super duper lucky on those 2 attempts. And we managed to get them pretty much first try. 3rd try for the first attempt, then 2nd try for the second, or 3rd try for the first wave, and 2nd try for the second wave. That is crazy. Now we can go ahead, check out our record. We now have 21 flags. We are almost to our goal of 25 flags. Then, I'm going to start adding in some challenge modifiers. We're pretty much already doing it without lawnmowers, so I could enable that. I just do it because it gives you an extra chance to quit out and do what is called save scumming. It's a scummy thing because you're going against the game's wishes. You're supposed to lose your save after you die, but instead you save scum and prevent your save from being lost. You can do the same in a lot of games, like in hardcore mode on Minecraft. If you die, you can go into your save data and switch it to be alive. But that's save scumming. Generally, you don't want to do save scumming, but simply because of the fact that it takes forever to get back here, and I would like to reach my goal in a reasonable amount of time, I'm going to save scum. I would challenge you to get to flag 25 without save scumming and without lawnmowers, because that would be the greatest challenge. It would show true mastery of Plants vs. Zombies as a franchise. It would show just amazing coordination And I guess I should say on this current patch, because there will be future patches with future plants that will change the meta entirely. If we get Torchwood, Repeater might be viable in Endless mode. We might see Repeater, that might be good. All kinds of plants could show up and change how easy Endless mode is in the earlier waves. So maybe the first 10 waves will become really easy, but as they stand right now, they're actually fairly difficult. And after wave 10, that's generally when you're going to, like, cut off. That's, like, the last, I think, achievement they give you in the original PVZ for beating wave 10 Endless. But over here, we're challenging ourselves, because I like challenge, and it's fun. You get to see crazy stuff like that, but I'd like to thank you all for being here, and for being with this journey with me. Hopefully, I gave a little bit of a few tips that you can use in your playthroughs. Maybe this video will encourage you to try out Endless mode yourself, and improve your gameplay, understand what counters what, how to handle situations as they develop. That's what I'm kind of trying to do here, because Endless mode can teach you so much more than just Endless mode. It can teach you how to deal with future zombies you don't even know about. So long as you know about their mechanics and know whether or not they can be stalled, you can handle them a lot more effectively than if you didn't. You know how to structure your plants if there are a lot of dangerous zombies. You know how to handle large crowds of zombies that suddenly appear. You know how to handle the early game better, the late game better. You know how to pick sun producers that are going to be right for that level. But next episode, we are going to go into what I consider the hardest part of the game. That's right. Night mode is not the hardest, because night mode, you can semi-reliably get explosion gravestones, and RNG can be on your side, like we saw for this time. However, we're going to be going into Dusk, which is oh so difficult, because Sun is reduced to 15, Graves do not spawn, and those are the only two changes, and you think, well, that's not much off of day mode, you're still allowed to use sunflowers and stuff. Somehow, the reduction of sun is all it takes to make it go from a fairly easy win like we had there by getting our defenses up and having a ton of sun prepared, to almost impossible. I spent way too many attempts on the last Dusk level, and you wouldn't have seen it, but I spent so many attempts on that. But hopefully, we will be able to beat it next time. But nonetheless, I shall hopefully be seeing you there next time. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you liked the content. It helps more people see this, and I'm sure a lot more people could be using this kind of advice and help that a lot of people don't seem to have. And I'd love to be there to help as many of the people as I can with this challenging game. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. See ya!